We've talked about installing packages from the Python package index, but what if we don't have a specific package we need to install? What if we just need a library to help us get the job done, but don't know specifically which one we need? Well, as the name implies, the Python package index is actually an index of packages, which classifies them according to a number of parameters. We can search the available packages in a number of ways. The index is conveniently hosted at pypi.python.org. Perhaps the most useful way of accessing the index is to simply type keywords into the search box on the web page and see what it spits out. If we ask it to search for async.io, we get back a collection of package names that have something to do with the names are, of course, links to each package's detailed description on the index, which we can use to decide which package best suits our needs. There's another way of accessing the index that is often nearly as useful as keyword searching, and sometimes even more so. The Python package index supports browsing through its index of packages by category. You can start browsing by clicking on the Browse link in the menu to the left, which brings up this list of different categories. From here, you can select one or more categories by clicking on them, and be shown the list of packages that fall into all of your selected categories, if the list is short enough to be useful. If you don't get a list of packages, it's because the list would be so long that it wouldn't do you any good, and you should select more categories to narrow it down. If a category disappears from the list while you're selecting, that means there are no packages that are in all of your selected categories, and in that one as well. Of particular note here are the natural language categories. Python is not only written in English, and not only used by people who prefer that language. Some packages have good support for other languages, and this list is a good way to find them, whereas keyword searching might not pick out that kind of detail. If you don't want to fire up your browser to go searching through the index, you can do it through the command line through pip. This command performs the same search that we did earlier through the web interface. Doing it this way is often faster, but as you can see, it only provides us with the name and a brief description of each package. This is perfect for getting a quick reminder about what a package is named, but not so good for more in-depth research. Finally, a quick note about legalities and licenses. The vast majority of packages in the Python package index are under open source licenses, as certified by the Open Source Institute. That means, basically, that they can be freely used and distributed to other open source projects. In most cases, the licenses are more liberal than that, allowing you to use the software as part of your project even if you don't open source your own code. Most does not mean all, however. Some of the packages are not on certified licenses, and some of the OSI licensed packages are not usable in closed source projects. If you're going to be distributing your software, take a moment to make sure that the licenses line up with your goals. In this video, we've seen how to navigate the Python package index and find exactly what we need. And that wraps up Section 1 on setting up our environment. In the next section, Section 2, we'll begin actually writing Python code.